What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the first edition of Birds Banter Film Room, where I will be spending the rest of the season covering Eagles film with current and former coaches, players, and scouts. Our first ever film room guest, Don Muse, is a high school coach in Maryland with 21 years of experience on the defensive side of the ball.
Virginia.
Don, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How you doing, buddy?
Good. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your coaching experience.
So I played football way back in the day at Seneca Valley in the early 80s. And then I started coaching in 1991. I coached for a few years. Then my kid got of age and he was playing high school, and I didn't want to coach his ass in high school because there's only two kind of daddy coaches: the kind that think their kid is too good and the kind that scream at their kid all the time because he's never doing anything right. I would have been that guy. Yeah. So I took a pause, and I've been coaching in Loudoun County now since 2002 and Loudoun County, Virginia. And I've coached everything from youth football to high school football. Right now I'm at Briarwoods High School right here down the road. We got a good team, but COVID's kicking our ass a little bit, and we don't play until February. So it ought to be a blast doing having practice in the snow. So, we'll start practicing in January, but that's it, man.
Awesome. Well, Don and I are going to talk about some plays from the San Francisco 49ers game, the Eagles' first win of the season. Like I said, he coaches the defensive side of the ball, so we're going to go over some Eagles defensive plays. First one here that we're going to talk about is a sack, which obviously very exciting to see. Always want the Eagles to get pressure on the opposing offense. So, Don, first off, what do you see from the formation here?
The only thing I see now is there's a ton of movement, man. The middle linebacker's going. This guy, which I call the monster back, safety, whatever he's playing for them, they're switching fields. So this kid is a terrible quarterback for the Niners, man. I'm just going to tell you that out loud. So his read on this right now, he's probably a little boggled in his head a little bit about what's going on. But right now they got a 4-man front, and the Eagles have the Niners have 6 guys on the line against a 4-man front. There could be a delayed blitz, but I'm not seeing much from the formation now. I will tell you when they settle, because I've seen this play. Go ahead and play it. Go ahead and hit. All right, stop. So the play's already over. It's already done. So the guard on this play. So here's what happened. Before pre-snap, there was a call. That center is helping double team. Okay.
Yep.
So right now the double team is on the San Francisco right side. Problem is the penetration's coming from the San Francisco left side, or the Eagles right side of the defensive line. The guy's already beaten them. Back it up. I'll show you one more time. Hit go. Stop. So if you play it again, you watch the San Francisco guard almost lets him to the inside as if he is watch the guard, as if he's anticipating help on the double team. He doesn't get it, play over. Sometimes you want to call that a coverage sack, but this sack's going to happen in just over 2 seconds. And that's just good. That's terrible line call on San Francisco's part. I don't really blame that on the quarterback. He's a young kid. He doesn't know much. And if you stop there, don't do anything else. Look at all the receivers. Mm-hmm. The only guy that's breaking free is number 19 in the middle of the field. And this guy's obviously not Tom Brady. He's not getting rid of the ball, which is against a guy like Brady or some of these more established quarterbacks, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, those guys. They'll get rid of the ball in anticipation of the cut, which is why they're the cream of the crop.
Yeah, absolutely. So going back, just looking at the play to start. So number 93, who you've been talking about, Javon Hargrave, was obviously getting the advantage here on the 49ers left guard, but he split the sack technically with Derek Barnett, number 96 on the edge here. So
yeah, watch it, play it.
Yeah. So Derek Barnett brings him down first, then Hargrave finishes off.
He deserves the other half of that. Yeah. He does, because we're going to watch another play here soon that's all – what's his name? You can edit this shit out. What's his name? The outside end. What's his
Derek
name?
Derek Barnett.
So and what's the inside guy's name?
Javon Hargrave.
Okay, so Javon is the one that makes this play, just so you know.
Yep.
Hargrave, you said, is his name? Outside? Yeah. Okay. Hargrave benefits from it, but this guy's good too. There's another play you're going to show where this guy gets immediate penetration also. I mean, he gets a good jump on the outside. He's very good. But here's the deal. Here's what I don't understand. Let's look at this, okay, before you run it again. Mm-hmm. There are, with the center, with the right call, the center, the guard, the tackle, and the tight end, there are 4 blockers taking on 2.
Right.
How in the hell does 2 guys get through 4 guys, right? Well, I can tell you, the first call is a missed call by the center, but that's okay. It's still 3 on 2. Okay, so play it. So the problem is, go ahead. Okay, so he goes out immediately, which is a called play. But if he's going to do that, that other tackle has to get over quicker and stop him, and he doesn't.
And before we move on, I have one question for you. So number 96 on the end here, Derek Barnett, who gets half the sack.
Yep.
He is lined up in a 2-point stance. He's from his feet. So Barnett was, a former first-round pick, kind of struggling in the NFL. Now they're trying to use him more as a speed rusher.
Right.
Looking at people compared to playing with just your feet in the ground, but compared to your hand in the dirt, like Brandon Graham down here at the other end. What's the advantage of each?
So here's the deal, man. So these guys are pros. I mean, in high school and in college, there's certain things you want for stances and starts for a defensive line. It's usually heel toe. Then when it's a pass, an obvious passing down, which it is, you can get a little bit further spread. So look at the other guy at the other end. Look at the difference in his feet. If this was an anticipated run, his right foot would be a little further up, probably 6 inches. Okay. So what you got out here is you got a guy that's been struggling, and they drafted him in the first round. And my guess is they're saying, listen, you're athletic as hell. Let's find a way to utilize your strength, which is probably his quickness off the ball. Right. If he's not getting off the ball quick out of a 3-point stance, we're running this defense. Is a great defense for what they're running. I guess my only question is they got 3 on San Francisco is 3 on the right. So I see that middle third of the middle part of the field towards the hash mark.
Right.
On this the strong side. So the hash mark on the strong, that middle area is open, but this play is, again, there's too much pressure, too fast. It's a done deal at the line of scrimmage, man. The Eagles crushed this before it even gets started.
So the next play we're going to cover is a completion to tight end George Kittle. Kittle lines up here off of the right tackle.
Stop. Okay, so this is easy. If you go back. For some reason, I don't recall this play, but this is easy. Go backwards. Okay, so look at where they are. So we've got a 4-man, we got a 40 front, which is okay. This is a 4-4 defense. This is what I run in high school, okay? So what you got is you've got your Mike and your Will inside, which is, so let me do it this way. So this is essentially a 4-4 defense against basically what is almost a balanced backfield. You got the back to the right of the quarterback. You got the tight end over there, and you got 2 guys on the left. So watch what happens. Hit play. Okay, he's coming in. Okay, so now it's if they go left, we're totally a mess. So look, so that play, because they draw everybody this way, draws everybody to the right hand, to the Eagles' left side of the field. And the tight end, it's just a simple underneath route. Mm-hmm. I see plays like that. What was the down on this? What were you at?
First down. First down.
That was a first down play?
Yes.
Okay, so play it again. They're starting at the 25. Kittle's good, though. I will tell you that. Kittle's like a hybrid, man. He can play. So here's the thing. Stop. I'll tell you, you know why they did that shit? Because, listen, they got Kittle isolated on a linebacker. That's a mismatch, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not for every linebacker, but the linebacker they picked up was already behind. Continue playing the play.
Yards after catch.
17 yards.
Yep.
17 yards on that. Okay, so you got the outside linebackers. Oh, who's number 50? Stop. Okay, so first of all, that is great recognition by number 50 to pick up Kittle, okay? So he picked him up with the entire line sliding left. He picked up Kittle coming from the left side of the line. That's a great pickup. But here's the problem, okay? Hit play. Watch this. He's on him right now. He's on Kittle.
Mm-hmm. Brushes
and now he's 5 yards behind Kittle, right? So that's the problem you have. That's a great play. It's great isolation. Play it one more time. Go back to the original angle. Go to the top. Let's play it again. So watch this. Let me watch something for a minute. Let's let it play. Okay, he's got to be drawn down to yeah. So that's I don't know. I feel like that's a late read on the safety, but he kind of got stung there by being isolated by number 80. I think it's 84's route for the Niners.
Mm-hmm.
The other route was simply to drag the cornerback downfield. They were opening up that section of the field for Kittle, who's got a mismatch on a linebacker. I mean, a lot of times if the linebacker gets a little quicker start, he can stay with Kittle, but he was dead in the water after that, and Kittle could play. So the quarterback has all the problem. I will tell you a problem for that play is, play it one more time, started from the middle, from the top. Let's watch 50 again. He goes out. He slides in with the motion. Watch this. Kittle, go, stop. So here's the problem. That's a great play by the quarterback. He put it right where it is. If he hung that thing to the center even a little bit and 50 was paying attention, that's a pick six, right?
Yep.
That's a good play by San Francisco. Kittle, you get a lot of tight ends. They catch that. That's a 5-yard gain for him. It's a 17-yard gain. So good for them. I like that first down play.
One thing I saw from this play was, so Kittle's really good at, protection, run blocking. So he kind of looks like, when we started here, I'll do it in slow motion. He kind of makes a decoy because they fake the run to Jerick McKinnon.
Yeah, he staggers, steps in right direction. Rob, play it. Yep, watch him.
So it looks like they're thinking he's going to be blocking on
Everybody's going left, including his first motion, I believe, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's in slow motion.
Oh, it is slow motion? Okay,
exaggerate it.
Yeah. I got no patience, man. Stagger, step right, and see ya. Done.
Lost everyone.
That is, okay, so boys and girls, if you're coaching a team, that's a great play, period. That is a great play. And by the way, there's not a whole lot you're going to be able to do against that, but here's the problem with that play. You only get to run that once, maybe twice a game. A completion on the right sideline, right?
All right, yeah. So this next play is another completion to George Kittle.
Yep.
We're going to run it through here.
If you guys don't appreciate Ertz, here's why you need to have tight ends that can run these days, right?
Yep.
Stop. Go back. I will. This play's easy. Go all the way back to the very beginning. Kittle beats his ass from jump. Watch this shit. Watch him up the line of scrimmage. He's already done.
Yeah.
He's already done. So here's the mistake the Eagles made. Okay. So let's go back and do this. Right. So here's what they're trying to do. So we'll stop it. Freeze it right there. All right. So here's the deal. So you've got the cornerback on the wide receiver. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you've also got the safety, I believe. That is your safety, number 34, right?
He's a nickel cornerback.
He's a nickel corner. Okay. So here's the deal.
Over.
This is a problem. I feel like these guys will tell me different. They should have switched at the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, that's a pickish kind of play. So do you see he's on Kittle tight, right?
Yep.
Okay. So the problem is Kittle's fast. He gets off this guy quickly. Okay. What I think should have happened is I think the corner and the nickel safety the nickel corner should have switched right there. And I'll show you why. Play it and tell me if you think differently. Switch.
Yep, absolutely.
You've got middle help. The linebacker was there. It's done. Yeah. It's a dead play. That's an easy throw.
Yeah, and the cornerback that could have switched is Darius Slay, one of the best in the league. So
if he switches, that's not a completion. And that guy's not. Listen, watch the play it. Watch the quarterback's eyes. Just watch it. Just watch the quarterback. Goes back. He's there all day. His eye. That's his number one read. That's his number one play. They switch now. The other thing that I see here is you go back again. I'm sorry. Just keep going. I like doing this because it makes my arms look big. So, okay, now watch the safety, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now watch this. Stop. Okay, stop. Okay, so here's the deal. The safety already was moving to the right side instead of going where Kittle is. They've got 1, 2, 3 Eagles over here. You got a fucking linebacker in the middle of the field who's patrolling the middle of the field. You got enough players here to stop what's going on. Now, I think the safety was thinking he would come down and he read the quarterback's eyes, but he's way too late on the play. I think. That's my opinion. But him being early is not going to stop this play.
Right. Okay? It looked like they switched from a cover 2 to a cover 1 pre-snap because they
may have done. They absolutely may have.
Rodney McLeod's creeping up, and then Marcus Epps drops back into coverage. So the fourth play we're going to cover is actually a positive play for the Eagles and Crayvon LeBlanc. We just kind of bashed him a little bit for his coverage on George Kittle, but now he's going to come in for cornerback blitz and get the sack on Nick Mullins. So Don, take us through what we see here.
Stop again, play it.
Yep.
Okay, so watch what happens here. So that sack. That's a good sack. That's a coverage sack almost. Okay, so that's where the secondary does its job. So if you watch, go ahead and play it. He's coming up. Okay, so San Francisco. They got a guard. They got a tackle on a safety. That's never going to work. Play it one more time. Pre-snap, we got motion. They adjust. The linebacker goes to the right. Okay, so stop right there. Yeah. So the only hope that quarterback has, but he's not that good, is check down to his third receiver, and that's the guy. That's the Niner that's right in the middle. He's at the top of the San Francisco logo. That's the only play he's got. But he's too busy looking over the other side. He's covered all day long, right. And then he already feels that pressure. Period.
Yeah.
So good job by San Francisco blocking on left. So if you look at that left side of that line, that's what they didn't do on the other play, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But this one, you've got the nickel corner. Isn't that their nickel corner? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
On this play, you got the nickel corner coming off the edge. He doesn't delay. It's not a delayed blitz. He comes right up and goes after it. They switch to a tackle. This guy's got no chance of stopping his speed. Watch this. There goes the other tight end. There you go. Look at that. Done. Right. So he's got no chance. However, he did come from about 4 feet back off the line of scrimmage all the way across to make the sack. That is a covered sack all day long. However, again, you go back to some of the better quarterbacks in the league. They see that beforehand. They already check off, and there was a play in the middle of the field. Play it again. But good job by the Eagles. They had a good coverage. They know this kid's not checking down the third and fourth receivers. Mm-hmm. He's 1 and 2.
Yep.
The play's right here. You see the play, right?
Yeah, right over the middle.
So that's it, man. That's a good play by the Eagles. They had just enough pressure on the inside. The coverage was just good enough. That route was going to take too long to develop. But if this quarterback knew what was going on, that's almost a pre-snap read for him. He sees where the coverage is. He knows what the routes are, and he sees the middle of the field. What he doesn't know is what these guys that are playing the safeties, which they're playing halves. Play it. So he's got his eye on Kittle, like everybody. Comes up. So now it's a different play. There you go. Yeah. So they that was an open play. That could have been a good play if the quarterback was a little more aware.
Yeah, so and one question for you. So Kittle right here is going in motion. It looks like LeBlanc at number 34 is going to be covering Kittle. So I see that when Kittle goes in motion, LeBlanc isn't following him. So when you look at that as an offensive point of view, does that show that LeBlanc is probably going to be blitzing here? Because, there's a cornerback to cover the wide receiver. He's really only got one option. That's to blitz or drop into zone.
Well, there's two things here. You also got a back to the right. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Hit play. Okay, so that back is into block. I guarantee you the first thing he did is if you go back, so if that back does a belly or flares out, I guarantee you he's got that responsibility. But when he sees him go down the block, then he's on it. If that back were to flare out, I bet he would cut over and cover the guy.
Right.
But I don't know. Listen, either way, it's a great play. I mean, listen, this is what it is, man. It's chests against each other. When Kittle drops over the other side, you watch the linebacker will switch over to the strong side of the field now, which is go ahead and play it. Switch it. Now he's there. Okay, boom. And so that's where so that middle linebacker was a called blitz.
Yeah.
Okay. My guess is the responsibility was that 34 could potentially cover the back if he were to flare to the back out of the backfield, do a little belly outside. But he's on. Yeah. Run it again from that angle. Let me see that. Watch him. Watch this. He's watching that back. I guarantee you. So he did a little stagger step outside. So yeah, my guess is he had outside responsibility if the back were to go out. But as soon as he recognized he was blocking, it was on. Okay. It was a call blitz from the middle linebacker. It was the quarterback only got to check down the receiver 1 and 2 who were covered. It's good. Here's the thing, man. Without that pressure, that quarterback's going to get to that third receiver and that fourth receiver. Sure. And that's where you got to have pressure all the time. I err on the side of pressure. I don't like in high school, they have what they call 2-gap control, which is a big defensive end controlling both gaps. I like single gap. I like getting penetration. I like going up to the quarterback, wreaking havoc and making plays. This play is made only because they had pressure on the quarterback. Period.
Absolutely.
And they were able to pull it off.
Definitely. Well, that's going to wrap it up for the first episode of Birds Banter Film Room. Don, thank you so much for joining. I'd love to have you on again in the future. You gave a lot of great insight on the film here, and it was definitely a pleasure talking to you.
Same here, buddy. You have a good day. Fly will fly.
Yes, sir. I like the shirt. I got to point that out for the listeners.
All right, man.